This is lesson 9.5 on page 382. This one's all about direct variation, which is very similar to slope-intercept form without the intercept. So give me a second to get my marker going. Sorry. Slope-intercept form would be like y equals mx plus b, b being where it hits the y-axis, m being the slope, and then x and y being the input and output. Well, direct variation's equation is y equals kx. So k is known as the slope, but and the reason behind that is because if I were to get k alone on its side, it would equal y over x. Well, y over x is just rise over run, which is what our slope is, rise over run. And so it always has a proportionate relationship because it's always the one over the other. So our direct variation is literally just y equals the slope x. So looking at some of these equations, I'm going to start on number 5 since I don't have graph paper. It looks for the constant of variation. Well, that's asking for our k in the equation y equals kx. Well, guess what? That's asking for our slope. So this one we know is positive. So we literally just have to go up 2 over 4. So up 2 over 4 would be a 2 over 4 slope, which would equal 1/2. And this slope, or in this, our direct variation, goes, let's see, there's a point, there's our next point. So this time our direct variation goes down 3 over 4. So if it's down 3, it's going to be a negative slope, which we can tell because instead of going up, it goes down. So I'm going to have that negative 3 over 4. Again, for this one, our next point is right there. So it goes up, so it's going to be positive, up 3 over 1. Up 3 over 1, I could write as a 3 over 1. Or I could also just write as a 3. And then over here, we have a negative slope. So I'm going to put k equals negative to start it off. And let's see, where's my next spot? Oh, there it is. So it goes down 2 over 7. So it's negative 2 over 7. Just like that. So, not too bad. This part where it says write the equation of each table of values, well, that again is going to be y equals something x. So we have to find that something. To find that something, all we have to do is find our slope, or also known as our k in this type of equation for our direct variation. Okay, so we start with x going up only 1. So plus 1, plus 1, plus 1. And then this time, our other one goes down 3. And I know that because 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 plus 1 is 3. 3 plus 1 is 4. These ones I know go down 3 because negative 3 take away 3 is negative 6. Negative 6 take away 3 is negative 9. Negative 9 take away 3 is negative 12. So now this is where it's a little tricky. Our rise is underneath our run in this case. So we don't have a 1/3, a negative 1/3 slope. We have a negative 3/1 slope because our 3 needs to go on top of our 1. While negative 3/1 could also be negative 3. So it turns into y equals negative 3x, just like that. I'm going to put this one a little bit lower. So again, making our equation, we know it has a y, we know we are looking for our k, and we know x just goes in there. And so finding our k, we have to find the difference between each of these numbers. Well, again, it just goes up by 1, up by 1, up by 1, because 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 plus 1 is 3. 3 plus 1 is 4. And then this time it's going to be positive. So 2 plus what equals 4? Well, 2 plus 2 equals 4. 4 plus 2 equals 6. 6 plus 2 equals 8. So in this case, our rise is on the bottom, so we're going to put our k equals 2/1, which just equals 2. So y equals 2x. Just like that. Okay. And then you might see somewhere it has a fraction piece behind it. So the y equals 2/3. Well, in this case, what you have to do is find what you add each time still. But it's just going to be a little bit trickier because you have to think in your fraction mind. So we're still just looking for our x. Up here, it's only going up 1, only going up 1, only going up 1. So we don't have to really worry about our x's. Excuse me, we're only looking for our k. So we really don't have to worry about our x because it's not going to change our slope at all. We need to worry about that y. So what plus 2/3 equals 4/3? Well, I'm going to write this over here. We know it is, our denominator is going to have a 3 because when we add fractions, we have to add with the same denominators. So 2 plus what equals 4? Oh, 2 plus 2 equals 4. So we are going up by 2/3 right there. Let's see if that works for 2. I'm gonna just do it right here. So we have 2/3 plus 4/3, because I know 4/3 is right there, equals 2/1. Let's see. 2 plus 2 equals 6. 3 plus 3, well, actually your denominator you leave the same. So 6/3. Well, if you divide that, you get 2, which also equals 2/1. So it works. And then if I have a 6/3 plus 2/3, that equals 8/3, just like it says right there. So your y, or your k in this case, turns into a 2/3. So you just have to find how much your y goes over. Because 2/3 over 1 because my x is 1, would still equal 2/3.